Hey guys, what's up? My name is Marissa. If you're new, welcome to my channel, and if you've seen my videos before, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about how I got into the London School of Economics and Political Science, University College London, University of Warwick, University of Edinburgh, and a few other universities in the United States of America. I'm also going to be talking about how I balance my UK and US route. I've been getting a lot of questions on how I did it, so I'm also going to be giving you guys some tips and tricks, and I hope it really helps. First of all, why I ended up taking both paths, UK and US. So when I finished high school, I was really indecisive of where I wanted to further my studies. I decided to take up A-levels, and I also wanted to have a chance to go to the States. It was a really blurry time for me. Yeah, so I ended up taking both routes. For the UK, we were only allowed to apply to 5 universities. And for the US, I ended up applying to 14 different colleges. It was an insane experience, which is why I would like to share with you guys how I balanced the two huge processes. So let's start. First of all, I'm going to be talking about my UK path. I'm going to be explaining some tips to excel in each of the subjects that you're taking. I'm going to touch a bit about my personal statement. For the US, I'm also going to be talking about how I coped studying SAT alone, how I prepped myself, where I searched for help, etc. Everything you need to know if you're studying SATs alone without any additional guidance. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because when I was going through it, I didn't really have a lot of resources and a lot of additional material or help from other people. I really want to help those who are planning on taking both A-levels and SATs. I hope this helps. Also, if you want to know how I got into LSE, keep watching. There are some juicy tips on my personal statement and also some additional tips for your US application essays. I really think it would be useful for you. So a bit more info on what subjects I took during A-levels. Basically, I took 4 subjects: economics, math, history, and marine science. The reason why I took marine science, even though I knew I was gonna do a degree that wasn't focused on science, is because firstly, I actually appreciate the sciences and I really enjoy studying it, and secondly, because marine science is only taught in my A-level college in Malaysia. I think there's another college that's offering marine science now. I'm not sure. I should check. I just thought it was unique. It was really fun. I actually enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips to excel in each of the subjects. For math, I actually did a lot of notes. I know a lot of people don't really do notes for math because it's just a vision and revision thing, but it really helped me. A lot of people don't do notes because their brains are wired to just instantly get it. It's math, so you just have to do it all over again repetitively. I did that as well, but I also had notes with me because I really appreciate all my notes being where I want them. So it's easier for me to study. So each chapter in my syllabus, I would make notes on them. Usually I use colored pens because that's just how I like doing notes. For math, I feel it's really important, if you don't understand math, to seek help as soon as possible. Where I went wrong is I didn't really seek for help sooner than I should have, but in the end I did, and that really helped me excel. There are times where you don't really understand that quickly compared to your peers, and that's totally fine. It's just something that everybody goes through. I also recommend you guys do past years, past year papers, because that's a really good form of practice for math. It's always available online. I can drop links down below so you guys can easily find those papers. Okay, so for economics, basically you just have to read the entire syllabus and really understand the concept of each topic and subtopics, because it's really difficult for you to do past year papers or questions without really understanding the concepts. So I would recommend you read first. I also recommend you guys to read extra materials like magazines. So for instance, this is a 2018 copy because I was reading it during A-levels, of The Economist, and I also have Time, Fortune, and Also a history magazine because it also helped me for A-level history. So I just thought I would just add that in. Also for economics, I really recommend you to analyze the past paper answers. For the subjective questions, you really have to understand how crucial certain keywords that people marking your papers are gonna look at, and they're gonna search for these keywords first. So it's really important for you guys to include these keywords in your answers to ensure that you get the mark. Okay, next, history. Oh my god, I love history, but the thing is there's no escape because you have to read it. You have to read every single detail, and that's what makes you a great historian. So what helped me throughout my A-level journey was note-taking. I might actually do another video on how I do my notes. I'm just gonna share with you guys briefly on how I did my history notes during A-levels to give like a clearer picture. So for example, I personally love using colored pens. I'm not Marissa without colored pens. This is an example of how I take my notes. Yeah, they're quite colorful, but to me it's not really a problem because like it's for your own good. It's for the subject that I'm studying, and plus I love history, so it's really fun, and I love colors. So yeah, so this is an example. I will do another video for note-taking, and I will explain why I use certain colors for certain things, what each color and each like font represents to me, and how that helps me with my studies. So stay tuned for that. Also, sometimes when you're just like really tired, or you can't find your pens, or you're not a fan of colored pens, or you can't really afford pens, I also suggest just to use your pencil because that's totally fine. I do that too. For history, what helped me a lot is that I made a lot of essay drafts that really helped me to get like a really great predicted grade for history as well, which also helped my application for the UK. If you're using a pencil, you could make it like a one-pager thing. I love making one-page notes just because it doesn't really feel like it's a lot for me. I mean, I get this looks like a lot, but to me this is really concise. Everything I need for the essay is in here. So this is another example of me just using my pencil. It's honestly up to you. It could also be like, you know, like the topic itself, or like some things in the topic that you really want to remember and understand. Sometimes you could also make charts like that really helped me as well. It really depends on how you want to do your notes and stuff like that. You can print some stuff from your laptop, annotate like normal. Sometimes I do this as well before a class, or like sometimes my teacher gives us handouts. It really helps because it's clearer, but it's the same thing. There are so many different ways you can annotate. That is history. Now, marine science, I know a lot of people don't take it, but I guess it helps just knowing how I studied for it. I just digested my entire textbook, and for my textbooks I love like wrapping them in really pretty paper and then putting like a meme in front. It's just how I study. Like, it's a good motivator for me. Before my exam, I also printed some notes from Google Docs. Like, I would like just like jot down notes, like definitions, everything. I like break down the entire topic. It was like easier, and on the go I can just read my notes. This is an example. So like I had like definitions in the first page, and then I would like, you know, add some additional material in a different color. That really helped me. Okay, enough about my UK route. So for my US route, it was really difficult for me. I did not get much support from people other than my friends and family. I went to a pure A-level college, and going to the States wasn't really their #1 priority. What I did was, since I could not afford to get counseling because it literally was at least 10k Malaysian ringgit per consultation, money I did not have, so I decided to just prep for the SATs on my own. I still wanted to do it because I still felt that everything was undecided and I was still indecisive, so I just wanted to do it for my own good. you know. So I prepped for the SATs on my own, but I also sought help from a couple of seniors that did it, and like some English teachers in my A-levels college, and they really helped a lot. I wouldn't be where I am without them, because even though I ended up not choosing my US route, you guys will find out soon why, I'll let you know. They still helped me a lot with my personal growth, and I really appreciate them for it. Like, how did I schedule everything, all of this in my daily routine, my daily study routine? Basically, I studied for A-levels during the weekdays and the SATs during the weekends. Sometimes when I had like extra time on weekdays, I would also, like, you know, do some practice tests, but not the full one, just like maybe an essay during weekdays and stuff. If you have extra time, just try to fill it in so your burden for your next activity will be less. I really recommend that. Every weekend I did like one full practice test per week and day, if that makes sense. Saturday I would do like a full practice test, and Sunday I would do a full practice test, like that. It's really crucial, like after you finish a test, to analyze where you went wrong and where you were right. Sometimes we always like focus on how we're wrong for certain things, we forget why we're right for certain things. SATs were literally very confusing for me at first, because I was just like but after watching a lot of YouTube channels that helped me cope with SATs, it really helped. So I'm just gonna like maybe put it somewhere here, some of the websites that helped me with my SATs, and also I'm gonna put it down below. So if you guys want to check it out, that would be great, because these websites really helped me. Alright, so now I'm going to be talking about my personal statement for the UK and also my application/admissions essays for the US. Firstly, for your personal statement or any form of admissions essay, you have to, it's so crucial, you have to start early. There is no way that you can finish a really good personal statement or admissions essay if you start last minute. I know it happens sometimes, but you do not want to take that risk, because it's very unlikely for you to produce like a really great piece of work under a limited period of time. I really recommend you guys to start early. Secondly, if you're planning to apply for Oxbridge, which is Oxford or Cambridge, you should do it early too, because you have to submit it early. Even if you're not applying for Oxbridge, you should start early, because you're gonna have to go through a lot of drafts. Sometimes something you wrote like a month ago isn't what you feel now, isn't why you're choosing to study a certain degree now, and that's totally fine, but you know, you just have the time to like think and process your reasons. So I think it's really important for you to start early. Next, I also recommend you to proofread what you write. Read through your personal statement and your admissions essay again, because sometimes we miss out some grammar errors, or like sometimes it just sounds a bit wrong. So I'm also going to put like a tool that helped me proofread as well, like to check for grammatical errors. I know Microsoft Word also has this, but sometimes I just want to be 100% sure. I'll also put the link in the description below. This is so important. A lot of people don't realize how crucial this thing is. You cannot plagiarize your writing. Never. It's something you can never do. The logic behind it is you shouldn't like steal other people's thought process or their work, something that they worked hard to make or do or research. Is just unethical. You can't plagiarize anything, and you shouldn't. This also applies to your US admissions essays, because you should be genuine with your essays. For the US, it's a bit more relaxed compared to the UK personal statement. You're able to like truly like express yourself, because sometimes the questions aren't even like why do you choose a certain course, like degree. It's more of like who are you, what's your personality, like how do you grow up, what's your favorite food, you know, something like that. They really want to understand you as a person, so it's really important for you to be genuine about that. Yes, it's super important. Basically, in conclusion, you should always make a schedule for yourself. That's something that I recommend to everyone. Plan your day, plan your week, plan your month, plan your entire study schedule. It's super important, especially if you want to take both paths, because like you won't have time to plan last minute, or if you're just doing things without a proper schedule, you might like forget few things you're supposed to do, like certain requirements for each application. And this applies for both UK and US, because for the UK you also have to do your IELTS or whatever English qualification for people who aren't from United States or the UK. And then for the UK you have a lot more things that you have to cater to. You have so many essays. Literally each university, each college requires at least 2 or 3 essays, and that's a lot. So making a schedule and stop procrastinating. So I guess just have fun with it, be genuine, have some discipline as well. Just remember, if you're confused, if you're indecisive like me, it's okay. You will have the opportunity to decide and think later. I forgot to tell you guys the reason why I did not end up going to the States is basically due to financial reasons. Also because LSE has always been like my dream university for the UK, and when I got in I was like come on, like this is where it's at, you know. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, that's so embarrassing. So if you feel like you still don't know where to go or what you want to study, it's okay. There are so many options out there. Even if you don't want to take A-levels or if you don't want to take SATs, it's okay. Just take your time. Things will work out in the end, I promise you. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope it helped you guys, especially those who are struggling with the same problem I struggled with. And I hope you guys excel in your studies and do the best you can. If this video helped you guys, I am so grateful, because that's what I intend to do. I just want to help. Let me know if you guys want any other tips and tricks for other parts of your application. I will gladly help you guys. For now, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for your support. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you want. I'm gonna be filming a lot more once I get back to London. I might even do like a day in the life of an LSE student. So if you're interested in that, subscribe and turn on your notifications. I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.